Hello, hello, good morning. I had a friend over yesterday who is an electrician because we are doing some house things and, my stuff got moved all around in here. So y'all know, if I'm ever a couple minutes late on here, it's because I'm super OCD about this ring light stand and it just got moved a little bit and I had to plug it back in and move it around, but we're here. We're shared. Good morning, y'all. I love it, love it, love it when I get to come on here and hang out with y'all. So the ring light stand is all good. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'm letting go of OCD things. But we talk about gratitude on the Daily Drive on Wednesdays. Good morning, Katie. Thank you for being on. So this is the Daily Drive. This is something that I created to push myself throughout the day to help me just stay on track to just maneuver through life with anxiety. I was diagnosed with anxiety in 2010 and lived in the darkness of that for a long time. And so I created the Daily Drive worksheet as something to help me, and it has just evolved into some time where we come and hang out and chat, and I share with y'all some mindset stuff. I like to think of myself as a mindset coach, and I just feel like my purpose in life is to help the world understand that you can be in control of your mind even while you're living with anxiety. And it took me a long time to get to that point, to figure that out, to learn that, to shift those processes. And so that's why I created this, and I bring it to y'all so that hopefully it doesn't take you as long as it took me. So on Wednesdays, we talk about gratitude, like I said a second ago, and it is one of my favorite things to talk about. And it is good morning, good morning, good morning, Tina. Thank you for being on. Oh, thank you. I love it. I love it. I use this worksheet every single day, and I don't even have this printed out for myself. This is the only copy of this that I have printed out, and it sits right here so I can show it to y'all when I talk. I use a journal just like this, and I just write the Daily Drive down every single day. But if you are interested in the actual worksheet, I'll be dropping that in a little bit. But we talk about gratitude on Wednesdays, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about because when I fully learned and understood what it does for my brain and for anxiety and for managing that and, keeping it all in control, right? It is so easy to feel out of control when you have anxiety or when you have depression or whatever other mental health thing you struggle with. I know it is so easy to feel out of control because you just feel, oh, look, I said I wasn't going to do it and I'm going to do it. You just feel out of control. You just feel like the stuff is in your brain. There's nothing you can do about it and it's just there. So I get it. I feel, look, I can see a little bit of something I don't want to see. There it is. So when I learned, you guys, that I can take control of those things with some different practices, one of them being gratitude, it fully changed everything for me. So I know that anxiety, depression, whatever other mental health issues you have going on is a dark place that you can slip into. I have lived in that darkness. I have fought through the suicidal thoughts. I have lived in the mindset of needing an outside source such as alcohol or drugs or whatever to numb these things. Like, I have been there, y'all. Good morning, Claudia. Hey, boo. So I have been there, y'all. I get it. And so that's why I want to share these things with the world, because I get it and I found the things that help and that work for me. And if your brain is similar to me and if you have anxiety in the similar way that I have, this might help you too. So gratitude is what we talk about on Wednesdays because it's what we talk about every Wednesday. So spoiler alert, every Wednesday from now until forever, we're going to talk about gratitude as long as I am doing this. So if you come back next Wednesday, it's going to be gratitude. If you come back the Wednesday after that, it's going to be gratitude because it deserves that much time and attention. I bring y'all other information on Mondays and Fridays and just other little mindset nuggets that I think will help you. But gratitude and understanding what it does in your life is worth spending a lot of time on. So that's why Wednesdays are all gratitude, right? And it's because thinking about gratitude, practicing gratitude, incorporating gratitude into your everyday, regular routine, like I said, practicing, making it a practice, something that you do often, all the time, finding gratitude in the struggles, intentionally turning to gratitude. When you start doing those things and using gratitude for your favor and to switch your mindset, it all changes for you. And we're going to get into sleep a little bit today and how you can use gratitude to help you get to sleep, stay asleep, get better sleep, and all of that, right? But I just want to make sure you understand why gratitude works so well for your body and why it changes things for you. You can Google me. I don't tell y'all things that I haven't learned and researched and figured out, okay? The practice of gratitude releases the same hormones and chemicals. You have all these hormones and chemicals in your body that are coming out at different times related to different things. That's why we have fight, flight, or freeze responses to things. That's why, you get angry. Like, you have all of these hormones and chemicals in your body, right? And they're associated with all of these different things. The practice of gratitude releases the same hormones into your body that are associated with the feelings of calmness, the feelings of bliss, and the feelings of joy. So anytime you're thinking about gratitude in any format, any aspect, any way, when you intentionally find gratitude, when you're having car trouble in the morning and instead of freaking out, you're finding the things to be excited about for the day, you're finding the things to be thankful for. I'm gonna read all this when I put my glasses on afterwards. But yeah, y'all turn on, don't turn them off. Turn on notifications so you get notified when you see me. But when your car is breaking down, whatever is going on, when you stop and redirect that anger, that stress, that sadness, that overwhelm, whatever it is that you're feeling, when you redirect that to gratitude and intentionally find what you can be grateful for in that situation, you may be having car trouble, but you have a job, you woke up this morning, you have a car, you have someone that you can call, you have resources. Like, you intentionally find the things to be grateful for in those situations. That changes your thought processes, and the more often you do it, it allows you to handle situations better. It allows you to show up for your family better. It allows you to just be a happier person, y'all. Don't you just want to feel happier sometimes? Don't you just want to get out of that darkness and enter into light and happiness, right? It releases, the practice of gratitude releases all of those feelings into your body. So when you just stop and think about gratitude, what can you be grateful for? What can you intentionally pick out? What can you redirect and be happy about? It's going to change your thoughts, and it's going to help you in the future keep that going. So I want to get, yes, gratitude on purpose. I love that. Purposely finding gratitude in everything. It's literally something that you do on purpose so that you can redirect those thoughts, right? So that you can take control. So that's why gratitude is so important, right? That's why it is such an important practice to incorporate into your day, because it literally and physically changes the chemical makeup of your body. It releases those hormones that are associated with calm. That's what we're going to talk about. Bliss and joy, right? So let's get to the sleep, because that's why we're all here, right? Because if you are like me with your anxiety, sometimes you wake up and you feel like you didn't even sleep. Like, a lot of times I wake up in the morning and I feel like I didn't even go to sleep, right? Or I know that my alarm's going off at 5 and I have woken up at 3:45, right? And so then anxiety brain's taking over, and what's the point in going back to sleep? I'm not going to get good sleep, and right? And so then I'm not going back to sleep right. So we're going to talk about why gratitude is important in helping you get to sleep, because I know that anxiety can take over, and that anxiety can affect your sleep schedule. My husband and I joke all the time that he has just had to accept the fact that I need more sleep in life than he does. Like, I'm queen naps. I was just asleep on the couch before I got on here because I fell asleep, right? Like, I'm queen naps. If your body needs to rest, then rest, right? And so sleep is so, so, so important on so many levels. That's when your body restores itself. That's when your immune system, when your body's natural forces are awakening and repairing your body. And the same in your mind. That's when your mind is settling and allowing you to calm, right? And so how do we use gratitude to help us get here? First of all, you've got to have, and I know this is going to sound like the broken record part because I'm sure somebody has told you this at some point in your life, but you have to have some sort of evening routine. You have to have some time in the evening where you know it's 9 o'clock and I know that I need to wake up at this time, so I need to be asleep by this time. So I'm going to go lay down in bed and settle myself down, right? You need to have some kind of time consistently in routine where you know, all right, 9 o'clock is coming. So what do I need to do now to settle myself down? Do I need to have a cup of tea? Do I need to stop drinking water so that I can pee a lot before bed so I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night and pee? Y'all, it's really great to stay hydrated, but really you should stop drinking water about an hour before you're planning on going to bed so that you're not waking up in the middle of the night to pee all night. I'm guilty of it. I drink water right up until I go to bed and probably have a bottle of water on my nightstand. But random side thought, you know, you're going to have to wake up and pee in the middle of the night at some point if you're drinking water all night, right? So you have some kind of evening routine where you know it's getting time to settle down and get close to bed. So do I need to have a cup of tea? Do I need to finish sending out emails that I didn't get to today? Do I need to, you know, feed the animals? Do I need to do some dishes? Like, what do you need to put boundaries around so that you can have an evening routine? And by putting boundaries around it, I mean that if your evening routine needs to start at 8 o'clock, and that includes letting the dogs out, washing the dishes, having a cup of tea and the last of your water so you can stop drinking water. You put boundaries around that, meaning if you take the dogs for a walk at 8 o'clock every single night so that you can settle down, you take the dogs for a walk at 8 o'clock every single night so that you can settle down, regardless, right? You put a boundary around that. If somebody wants your time during that time, they can come take a walk with you, right? If I'm going to tell my husband that I'm going to take a walk at 8 o'clock and he wants to talk to me at 8 o'clock, put on your shoes and let's go, right? I'm keeping that boundary around that time because that's what I need to do to settle down, right? And these are just examples, y'all. I don't take a walk at 8 o'clock at night to settle down. I sit on the couch and watch Netflix and hang out with my husband until it's time to go to bed, right? So you know what you need to do to have that evening routine. So you have that evening routine and then you keep those boundaries around that. And then here's the gratitude part. You incorporate gratitude practice into that evening routine. And what I mean by gratitude practice could be any multitude of things, right? You can get a journal out. You can get your daily drive back out and review your gratitude. You can, like I said, get a journal out. You can find a gratitude meditation on YouTube. Like, just hop on YouTube and search gratitude meditation and you'll find one, right? But some sort of gratitude practice before you go to bed needs to be incorporated because that's going to start your brain, those wheels turning. It's going to start releasing those chemicals into your body. Even if you just come back and look at your daily drive and reread in your mind what you wrote in the morning when you started it, right? Or even if you just sit on the couch while you're watching movies and start thinking about gratitude in your mind, right? Or if you do go for a walk in the evening, listening to something that's gratitude related, right? Thinking about gratitude in your mind while you're walking, but incorporating some kind of gratitude practice into your daily evening routine, right? So then the next part to that is when you get in bed, you get ready to lay down. This is where we get serious. This is where we really have to be aware of our thoughts, okay? Because this is the make or break time, right? Because we're getting in bed, we've put our pajamas on, we've, said our good nights, we've said goodnight to the kids, we've, scrolled through social media, whatever, right? I put my phone on Do Not Disturb from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. And so when I am in bed and it's my gratitude time and I am settling down and my brain is really there, my phone's on Do Not Disturb so that even if something happens, I'm not seeing it because I get super OCD about my notifications. Now, on Do Not Disturb, you can have your list of people, right? If it's an emergency and somebody needs to contact me, they can still contact me. But my social media and all of that is on Do Not Disturb when I lay down and go to bed. After my husband and I have, had our cuddle time, our talking time, whatever we're going to do, before we go to bed, like whatever's going to happen before we go to bed. Once we're done with all of that, and, if you're married, you know that when it's time to go to bed and it's time to get serious about your sleep, we ain't all up on each other. We're in the opposite direction, and he's getting comfy and I'm getting comfy and we're going to sleep, right? So once we're done with all that and we're rolling over and we're really settling down and it's serious, let's go to sleep time, that is when it is the most important time to be aware of your thoughts. Because y'all know, right, that's the time when your brain is ready to be awake. You're ready to lay down and go to sleep, and your brain is thinking about all the shenanigans you did 10 years ago, right? So that is when it is the most important time to be aware of your thoughts. And when you're aware of your thoughts, you're able to take control of them and redirect them. Remember that it takes 90 seconds to shift energy and emotion in your body and brain. So you need to give yourself that much time in the opposite direction. When you're angry, you got to give yourself 90 seconds in the direction of calm. When you're ready to go to sleep, you have to give yourself more than 90 seconds in the direction of calm. And how do we get in the direction of calm? We release those hormones into our body that are associated with the feelings of bliss, joy, and calm. And how do we release those hormones that are associated with bliss, joy, and calm? We think about gratitude. So we start releasing those hormones that are calming down our body, that are settling down our body, that are calming our muscles, that are calming our brain, that are calming our thoughts. Like we're settling it all down just because we're thinking about gratitude. Now, what do? I literally start thinking about a gratitude list in full statements over and over and over and over. Anything I can think of, over and over. I am grateful for my car today because it got me to and from where I needed to be. I am grateful for my crappy internet today because it allows me to bring the message that I feel is my purpose, right? I am grateful for the abundance that's around me. I am grateful for my family. And y'all, I literally go into listing off names, right? It's not just I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm grateful for my dad. I'm grateful for my sister. I'm grateful for my brother. I'm grateful for my nephews, each by name. Like it's the whole thing, right? Because you're giving yourself all of that time for those hormones to kick in and take over and allow you to feel calm. That's why an evening routine is so important to get yourself set up for this, because you got to go into it a little bit calm already, right? You got to go into it knowing that it's time to go to sleep, right? So you have your cup of tea, you have your evening routine, you get into bed, you start to settle down, you're done chatting and surfing social media. Scrolling through your phone is one of the worst things you can do right before before bed, P.S. But I'm guilty of it too. But you've journaled, like you've done all of the things, and it's serious lay down in bedtime, right? You're calm going into that. So those hormones are already brewing. And then when you start adding on this intentional list of what you're grateful for, it's going to just continue that calm, and you're going to drift off to sleep thinking about what you're grateful for. So you're going to stay asleep because you've fallen to sleep in a more calm way, in a more calm state. And you hopefully have stopped drinking water and done all of those other things, right? So that you don't need to wake back up, right? And so it's just going to allow you to just drift down into calm land. Sometimes if, maybe my husband has to work overnight, or I don't know, I'll ask him, or sometimes if I'm not feeling well, I'll sleep on the couch. Sometimes I'll turn on my Calm app, or like I said, I'll get on YouTube and I'll just find some type of meditation or gratitude specific meditation to keep furthering those calm hormones, right? Now, the other step that you have to do along with this is that you have to change your language about this. We talked about this a little bit on Monday, I think, or Friday. I don't even remember anymore. It all runs together. But you have to change your language about these things as well, right? So you don't struggle with sleep. You don't struggle to stay asleep. You're not sitting here thinking, I can't fall asleep. You don't wake up in the morning thinking, I'm not going to be able to fall asleep tonight, so what do I need to do with my day? You have to change your language about these things. And y'all, I will be the first to tell you, I'm the queen of language excuses. It's an excuse. I can't sleep. It's an excuse. You can sleep. You just need to figure something out in a different way. I struggle with sleep. Okay, that might be a little bit true, but if you continue to tell yourself that you struggle with sleep, then you'll continue to struggle with sleep, right? So you have to change your language. This is just a general life rule. You have to change your language about everything. Take out the word try, take out the word can't, take out those words that set you back, and use language that pushes you forward, right? So like I said, you might struggle to sleep. Yes, that might be true. But the language that's going to push you forward, I am grateful that I can take control of this, and I'm committed to figuring out how I can sleep better. I'm committed to getting better sleep. I'm committed to finding out a new way to sleep better tonight. I'm grateful for the sleep that I do get. I'm grateful for the fact that I can change this and take control of it, right? You have to switch that language along with it, because if you're laying and if you have anxiety and other mental health things, I know that you understand how you can think multiple things at the same time. Okay, somebody give me a sunshine or something, pink heart, something, if this makes sense. You can think multiple things at the same time, right? So I can be laying in bed thinking about all the things that I'm grateful for, while also thinking about how sometimes I can't sleep and I struggle with sleep, right? So I'm doing that at the same time, and they're counteracting each other, right? Because I'm releasing the gratitude hormones into my body, but then I'm still thinking about how I can't sleep at the same time. So you got to be aware of your thoughts. You have to become aware of what you're thinking so that you can redirect all of your thoughts, right? I'm not schizophrenic, but I know that you can think different things at the same time, okay? And so you have to change your language about all of it. If you continue to tell yourself that you struggle to get good sleep, if you continue to tell yourself that you can't sleep, that you're trying to sleep, if you continue to tell other people all of the excuses about why you can't sleep, about what's going on in your life that keeps you awake at night, if that's what you're talking about, instead of I'm working on sleeping better. I'm learning how to calm my body down. I'm incorporating gratitude into my sleep practice so that I can settle down and change this, right? If you are using positive language along with it, it's all gonna work together, right? So you have to change your language. That's like the side note, like asterisk disclaimer. You have to change your language along with all of these things in general. Yes, like the angel and devil on your shoulder. Like you can be thinking multiple things at the same time, and you really have to take control of all of them. So it really is a practice, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're going to lay down tonight and get the best sleep of your life because I told you to think about gratitude, right? You're going to lay down tonight and you're going to be like, what in the heck was she talking about? Like, this is how my mind is. Like, you're, going to resist it, probably. I did too, right? You're going to lay down tomorrow and be like, all right, I'm really ready to get some sleep, right? And so you're going to start thinking about gratitude a little bit and you're going to fall asleep a little bit faster, right? And so then the next day you're going to be like, all right, well, maybe that was a little bit true. And you're going to get into it a little bit more and then you're going to fall asleep faster, right? And you're going to get into it like a practice, like anything else. So please don't think that you're going to go lay down tonight and get the best sleep of your life because you're thinking about gratitude at bedtime for the first time. Okay? It's going to help you and it's going to help you feel rested and more calm, but you've got to make it a practice. You've got to change your language and you've got to make it a practice. Now, the biggest way for me that I don't know how you word it, became aware of my thoughts, right? Because when you have anxiety, when you have depression, when you have other mental health things, like I said, it seems like it's out of your control. It seems like the thoughts are just there. It seems like there's no way around it. It seems like you're just stuck with those thoughts and there's no way of changing it, right? So I fully understand. Like I said, I've been there. I've used the substances to fix it. I've had the suicidal thoughts and attempts and whatever. Like I've been there. I get it all. What I'm telling you is that you can change it and you can take control of it, okay? The biggest way that I sort of made myself become aware of my thoughts, instead of allowing myself to just fly on autopilot throughout the day thinking I suck at life, everybody else is cuter than me, everybody else is skinnier than me, I don't have a voice, I don't know. Like instead of allowing that autopilot to stay there and just blaming it on anxiety, because that was my routine, y'all, that was my MO. Right? The thoughts were there and it was just anxiety. I blamed it on anxiety. Nothing I can do about it. It's just anxiety. I just have anxiety. Hey, I'm sad today. I just have anxiety. I can't come to work. I don't feel good today. I'm sick. I just have anxiety. I can't come to your cookout. Like so many plans got canceled. So like I get it, right? You have to become aware of that so that you can redirect it and change it. And the biggest way that I did, the easiest thing for me was just journaling my thoughts, even right down to just opening up a note on my phone. Like if I'm out to dinner or if I'm with my family or if I'm somewhere where I can't grab a journal and write something down real quick, right? Does that mean let it go and brush it under the rug and keep going? No, that's what we've been doing, right? I'll get out my phone and open a note and just put the thoughts out, whatever format they are, whatever my mind is telling me, whatever the truth or the lie is, whatever it is, I just get it all out, whether it's in a journal, whether it's in a note in my phone, whether it's an arbitrary text message to my best friend, like whatever way it is, get the thoughts out so that you can become aware of them. Because then I did the hard step of looking at those thoughts and reading the crap that I was telling myself, right? Because that's what it is. The crap that I was telling myself that I would never tell anyone, even my worst enemy. I don't have enemies, but I would never tell anyone, right? Some of the things that I'm telling myself. So I became aware of that just by journaling it out, just by getting it out real quick, whatever means you can do that, right? And then you can take control of that and you can redirect that. So now I know that when anxiety is telling me that somebody else's content is better than mine, so why do I even bother? That's my biggest struggle, right? As an influencer in this in this like world of social media as an influencer, my biggest mental block or fear or whatever you want to call it, comparison, is that everybody else's content is better than mine. So why am I even doing this, right? So when I have those thoughts coming in and I'm aware of that, I would love to be your living journal. That's so funny. You can text me anytime you want to. When you're aware of what's happening in your mind, you can change it, okay? Is other people's content better than mine? Probably, right? But do I connect with people? Are y'all here watching me and hanging out with me and listening to me ramble because you get something out of it? Absolutely. So does that make my light any dimmer than anyone else's? No. It just means that I get to continue to power through and bring this information to everyone and live out my purpose, right? So becoming aware of those thoughts, I can redirect that. And the same way goes for sleep. When you're settling down and you want to get to sleep and you want to calm yourself down, start thinking about gratitude. I am grateful for, I am grateful for, I am grateful for, literally over and over and over. And if I can't think of anything to be grateful for anymore, if I've gone through a whole list, I literally just lay there and repeat, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful for abundance. Whether or not you can think of anything in the forefront of your mind to be grateful for, there's always abundance around you, right? So I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful for abundance. I just over and over and over. When you feel, when you're aware, when you realize that you're thinking about something else, whether it's in, the forefront of your mind or whether it's one of those secondary thoughts or even, to the third thoughts, if your brain works like that. Mine does. Right? When you realize that thoughts somewhere in some realm are not on gratitude anymore, you just gently bring it back. You don't scold yourself for thinking that thing. You don't allow the anxiety about anxiety to come up. You don't lay there and think about how you can't sleep because you just had this random thought. No, those thoughts happen. We have thousands of thoughts a day, right? And imagine what you can do with your life when you direct the right thoughts, the good thoughts, right? So when you're laying in bed and you're thinking about gratitude and you realize that you've drifted off into thinking about something else, whatever it is, whether it's something positive or negative, whatever it is you're thinking about, we only want to think about gratitude before we're going to sleep, right? When we're laying down, it's only gratitude. So whatever it is you realize your mind is thinking about, you just gently bring it back to your gratitude, right? You just abandon that thought and pick up with your gratitude list again. Start over. Again, just repeat, I am grateful, I am grateful. Like whatever you need to do to bring your mind, all of your minds, all of your mind spaces to gratitude, right? And again, when you feel yourself drifting off into another thought, you just gently bring it back. You just abandon that and pick up the gratitude. And the more you do this, the more often you do it, practice makes perfect, absolutely. The more often you do it, you will find that you're getting better sleep. You're calming down at night. It's easier for you to fall asleep. It's easier for you to stay asleep. I don't want to say negative things. I don't get the best sleep, okay? I do this gratitude practice every single night. Sometimes I still wake up. Sometimes I wake up earlier than I want to. Sometimes I stay up later than I want to. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't fall back asleep for 2-3 hours. It happens, okay? You give yourself grace and you just gently bring it back to gratitude. So when you wake up, you don't scold yourself for the crappy sleep. You're grateful that you got sleep and that you are here for another day, right? So getting better sleep can be done by incorporating gratitude practice into your daily routine, okay? That is how I am tying sleep and gratitude together today because, again, on Wednesdays, we talk about gratitude. So getting better sleep, let me make sure I'm not going, ooh, we're a little over. I'll let y'all do the daily drive on your own today, and I'll drop the worksheet in the comments. I like to keep this to about 30 minutes. I don't want y'all to get bored with me. So I don't know. Is it possible to get bored with me? I don't think it is. Anyway, in order to get better sleep, incorporate gratitude practice into your life. Set up a good evening routine, right? Set up a time that you know you need to start settling down. Have your tea, stop drinking water so you don't have to pee all night. Start thinking about gratitude. Get your gratitude journal out. Do your note in your phone, whatever. Some type of gratitude practice. Start doing that in your evening routine. When it's time to lay down in bed and you're done with your good night stuff and you're cuddling and whatever else you're doing and you roll over to get comfy and serious about going to sleep, you start with a serious, intentional gratitude practice. I am grateful for. Keep it going until you fall asleep. It will release the same hormones into your body that are associated with feeling calm. So it's going to calm your body and allow you to drift off into sleep in a more calm way. You have to change your you get to change, there's a good example. You get to change your language about these things and live in a positive light about it, right? So you don't struggle with sleep. You don't say the C word, I can't sleep. You don't, all of the things you tell yourself. I don't get good sleep. I don't sleep long enough, blah, 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 right? All of that is gone now. Now I'm learning how to get good sleep. I'm allowing my body to calm down. I am looking positively at what I need to do to get good sleep. You're changing your language, right? So you have a good evening routine where you've added in a little bit of gratitude practice. You change your language about everything in life. And when you get serious and ready to start settling down and go to sleep, you just start thinking about gratitude. Over and over and over, even if you are not able to think of something right in the front of your consciousness, just repeat, I am grateful for, I am grateful for, I am grateful for. It will change everything for you. Gratitude is so important for your mindset. It is why it is one of the 3 parts of the daily drive, which I'm going to let y'all do on your own because I'm going a little bit over, and I want to make sure that you get the right information, because you can get good sleep by incorporating a gratitude practice into your daily life. I just wrapped up a couple weeks ago now, a 3-day mindset reset, about 15 minutes each, 3 videos where you can just get a quick mindset flip. It is not public, but it's available on YouTube and I can send you the link. Let me know if you are interested in that. You can watch them all in one day if you want to and flip your whole mindset. Also, if you have been following me any amount of time, you've probably heard me talk about my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group. It is just a group, just a community of mental health advocates and supporters. It's not a sales platform. You get these daily drives plus a little bit more content about unlimiting your thoughts. It's really just where I'm living out my purpose in life of helping people with anxiety. But right now, in that Becoming Unlimited group, I am giving away this gently used Fitbit. It works. Oh, might be dead now, but it works. It's all cleaned out and I am giving it away. All you have to do is interact in my group. Invite some friends, like some stuff, engage on the daily drive in the group, share the daily drive, share the things that I post in the group, whatever it is. Just be present in the group, and my top supporter in May is going to earn this Fitbit for themselves. So if you want to be part of Becoming Unlimited and maybe earn that Fitbit, let me know. I can add you. Again, it's totally free. Make sure that you turn on notifications for Becoming Unlimited and for me so that you don't miss any of the content. You're notified, informed when I go live, and you can be right here with me. Y'all, I love you so much. One of the ways that I show gratitude is with my Joy Jar. I made this a long time ago. So if you're fairly new, this is just a flower vase from my papa's funeral, and I just, put some stickers and stuff on it, and it is full of gratitude. I write what I am grateful every time I'm in here often, and it goes in the Joy Jar. So that's one of the ways that I practice gratitude. I am grateful for y'all. Today, you are my mindset directors, and that is because we are directing our mind where we want it to go. So today, you're my mindset directors. I am grateful for you. You always go in the Joy Jar. If you get anything out of this content, please let me know. Leave some interactions, leave a comment, like, share, tag a friend, all of the things. It is all helpful for me. I love y'all so much. Again, get better sleep by just incorporating gratitude into your bedtime practice. Have a good routine, change your language about sleep, and just think about gratitude until you calmly drift off to sleep. And you'll get better sleep. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. I love y'all so much. I will drop the daily drive in the comments because I rambled a little too much, so y'all can do that on your own today. And I will be back soon. I love you. Happy Wednesday.